going on there, guys? Welcome back to Season 5 of the Hawkeye FC Creator Club Career Mode FC 25. So, please, if you haven't gone and checked out the last episode, please, I implore you to go and watch that because you'll just see how great of an ending we had. But also, a bit of a heartbreaking ending too. And I am going to spoil it in 3, 2, 1. We lost the FA Cup final. But you know what? We gave it a really, really good go, and I am so proud of this team. I mean, this team, obviously, really good on paper, and there's only a few players below an 80 now. We are really, really good. I honestly think, as heartbreaking and annoying as it was, us not going up into getting the playoffs in that first championship season, us having that season in championship just to develop, get rid of Deadwood, what was not doing us any good, and we replaced them with much better players who, literally every single player I bought last year, I have no issues with. There's not one sign I think was a flop. Every player we bought last season, compared to the season before, it's night and day. But this is my strongest lineup, and obviously, if you haven't seen the last episode, we have been promoted as champions to the Premier League. We are now in the big time. 5 seasons it took us to get from the bottom of League 2 all the way up to the Premier League. I will be putting a little post out to show you the before and after, so please go and check out my socials and the community page on my YouTube to go check out the before and afters of the first ever League 2 team I put out for my first game, and then to now what this is. And there's, funnily enough, there's still a few players from my first team. I mean, Lee was there. He was my first goalkeeper, and I've not bought any other goalkeepers. Shields, Jeremy. So there are 3 players in the bottom who are there. Nash, I don't think he was there just yet. I think he was on the bench at the time. I can't quite remember. Obviously, we did have Reynolds, but he's gone. So we have got at least 4 or 5 players who come all the way from League 2 of us. What is really good, and you think, Lee, I don't even think he had potential to get into the mid-70s. I can't quite remember what his potential was, but he has been brilliant. He's been a great servant. We've got Shields, who is the club captain now. We've got Jeremy, who has been one of our best players of the entire series. And I remember looking him up. I was interested to see what his potential was when I bought him. I'm pretty sure his potential was like 77 or 76, something like that. He is 78 overall, 23 years of age. He absolutely blew the championship away. I'm looking forward to seeing what he does. I mean, look at that, 92 shooting and 89 pace. I mean, yes, he needs to get his dribbling up, but he is a pacey mofo who just, honestly, I think people like Hoyland, who we brought in January, he was strong in that midfield. I'm so sad we lost him like towards the end of the season. He did come back on the bench in the FA Cup final, but would he have helped if we had him from the start? I'm not too sure. Obviously, I'd say the gaping holes I can really see, like the biggest holes in our team, it's unfortunately is Lee. 74 overall. He is our lowest rated player in the team, but he's 23. I have no intentions of letting this man go. He is not going anywhere. The question is, do I spend the money I have, and I'm not too sure how much I've got, do I spend that money to upgrade 1 or 2 areas that I want to do as well, or do I sort of split it in half and go for a decent goalkeeper and maybe one more position? I've not completely decided. I am looking, and if anyone tickles my fancy, I might go for him. But I do want to give Lee a little bit of time. Maybe try and give that overall to the mid-70s. Maybe even just give him a season. And if he can get up in overall, then we'll keep him. We'll see. But honestly, he's been brilliant. The other position was the right mid. And obviously, I've got Nash and I've got Buckley. Buckley came in back from loan last January, and he almost instantly took Nash's spot. He was already overall higher than him, but also just overall he felt better on the ball. Nash was actually having a pretty decent season, but he just couldn't keep up with Buckley. So what I've decided to do, I've actually put Nash on the loan list, because Nash is only like 20 years of age. I want to keep Buckley because he can play right and left, so that is a very useful player to have on the bench. And I'm going to load Nash out, and I'm possibly going to try and get another right mid. I'm honestly looking to get maybe a more experienced right mid. Someone who might not be with us for the entire series, but someone who can just fill that space for now. Who can get us the results we need right now, but also have Buckley and Nash coming through. And we'll see how that goes. The other position was maybe getting another backup striker, maybe even a bit of a veteran striker, someone who can just sort of come in and do the job for us. I mean, we've got Morgan, who apparently has got potential to be special, but I am looking to loan him out. I've got Swift, who I'm selling. Morgan Mann, who's always 74 overall. Obviously, I probably would say he had his most disappointing season last season. He just couldn't get into it. Yeah, he did it. He did his job, but he just couldn't quite get the overall up. I wish he was in the higher 70s at this point, but he's not going anywhere. 20 years of age, not a chance. There is some players I'm looking to offload, like Orapenda. I'm honestly looking to get rid of because I feel like when he's 23, 71, I can probably get someone a bit better, and I do need a little bit more of an overall increase. Got some decent players coming through, like Cummings, a 17-year-old goalkeeper. Got Groves as well, who's a good goalkeeper. I'm going to be lowering these guys away, especially if I get another goalkeeper. I'll probably load them all away and put Lee on the bench. Got some young players, but I am going to be lowering a lot of them away. But I do want to keep some players because I honestly want to. Now we're in the Prem, I do want to give some, now we're promoted, I just want to give it a good crack in the Prem, but I also want to try and do a good job in the Cup. So the FA Cup, the Carabao Cup is going to get in a lot more attention than I usually would. When you're going up the leagues, I usually just concentrate on the league, and if I can do a little cup run, brilliant. Sort of like last season, we didn't expect getting that far in the FA Cup, but the more we went through and the better we were doing in the league, I put more focus on that. But now I'm going to try and evenly distribute. But obviously, I'm probably going to play the better teams in the Prem and rotate a bit for the Cups. So now that sort of housekeeping is out of the way, our budget right now is up at 40 million. That is actually a cracking. I mean, as you can see, 49 was the initial budget. I've actually gone out and got better scouts. I've sent Youth Academy scouts away and all that stuff. I've already sorted the kits, and we've already got our stadium ready for our first game at home. And I'm so excited for you to see it, guys, because it looks absolutely brilliant, and I'm looking forward to it. It's not like the biggest stadium in the world, but it is Premier League appropriate. And depending how we go in the future, maybe we can expand on that and maybe increase the capacity. But right now, we will deal with this. This is the moment of truth. This is the first sign of the season, but belong you were in for him. He was in the world class prospect stage. We've got an A rating, but that's because it's free transfer. Okay, I'll take that. He's 71 overall. He's an 18 years of age striker, but the reason I jumped at him, I had an instruction to find world-class prospects, and he was on the free agents list at 18 years of age. Bologna already put an offer out for him. I couldn't let that go. He's already got nearly £4 million value. This lad will be a very nice little backup for us. First sale of the window is Tom Irapenda for 3 million. He's going to AZ Alkmaar. He could have been at use, obviously, in cup matches and stuff, but the fact is, I honestly could go into the free agents and find someone who's in about 70 overall now and get him on a free transfer, make a few million out of him, get him off the wage bill, but also, again, I can't quite remember how much I bought Irapenda for, but it was not a lot. It was probably, I think it was lower than $1 million. So again, using the Moneyball aspect, I have improved him as a player, and I'm selling him on for profit. I know it's Hugh Swift, someone who's not got much potential, but I'm going to get 850k for him. We'll get that, some nice little profit on a player who's just not going to really go anywhere for us. And Barry McLean, I'm not not too sure. Connor Sport, I've picked him up for 520k. Just to show you as well how many loans I've actually done. I might have gone a little bit too crazy with it. I mean, look at that. Nearly 2 pages worth of just loans. Especially people like Danny Fernandez and Nash and Atkins. You know, these higher rated players who could come back to do a job if if anyone gets injured or anything like that. But 9 times out of 10, I want to play my best team, and obviously I've not brought anyone in yet. But I've basically loaned everyone out who I need to. Right, okay, guys. So time has come. We need to make some signings. Obviously, I've been waiting. I've been patient. I've basically got out the players, especially the loan players who I want, and now it's time to use the 40-odd million pounds we've got now in the budget to good use. And the first position I want to get onto is I want to get a right mid in. We need someone on that right who can complement like someone like Jacob Ramsey on the left. And you know what? I'm honestly not too fussed about getting a goalkeeper in now because Lee's actually gone up to 75. I'm honestly going to give him a season. See how he does this season, and then if he doesn't have the best of seasons, maybe even by January we could do something if need be. I could always go and get a really older goalkeeper just for the short term if need be, but right now I kind of want to give him the shot. So the big players I'm looking at, and I've got 3 options here for the right mid, and the other one is Elias. It's either I can't even say it, Lias. I'm just gonna say Lias. I think he's a Moroccan right mid. He looks pretty good, pacey, well-rounded, but he will cost me up to 30 to maybe even 40 million. Buonanotte, I don't know why. His scout reports just disappeared, but literally a couple of days ago, I knew I could probably get him for around 28 to 35, and he is about an 83 overall. So he'd be a nice... Honestly, he is possibly my first choice. Simon Adingra, he'd be a great little player for us. Just pace as hell. But honestly, I'm honestly looking at Buonanotte because he looks like a very nice player to bring in. And if we can get him for the right price, he could be very useful to us. So I'm going to see if I can bring him in here. So the former Brighton midfielder, now Newcastle midfielder, we have brought him in for 30 million on the dot. Get a B rating. Again, he's an 83 overall. Going to be one of our highest rated players now, joint highest. Probably could have gone for a little bit less, but I didn't want to take the risk because I didn't have the measurements and all that. So, and obviously with the new season incoming very fast, couldn't really take the risk. But Buonanotte is here, 23 years of age as well. He is someone who could really grow here. So just before we get into our game up against Man City, I wanted to show you the kit. So Aiden Heaven is being the player showing them off. And this is obviously the home kit. Again, we're going with our usual like sort of purple kit. Nice white. Did mess up on the numbers though. I should have put them a different colour because now can barely see it on the shorts, but you can see it very clear on the shirt, so that's fine. But I think this shirt's actually really clean. I think the overall kit is just really nice. As I said, I like simple kits, something what looks just nice to wear. Like, would you wear this as a football kit? I would. I think this is really nice. Let me know what you think. We're away kit, a nice black and red kit. Can't go wrong with black and red together in a kit. It looks so clean and minimalistic, but again, looks like a great piece of work. Love it already. And then a nice alternate kit, something out of the box. bit of yellow with a bit of the dark blue. I actually think it actually complements each other really, really well. It really stands out. And alternate kit, I want it completely different to the other two, and this one ticks all the boxes. So the day has finally come. We are finally in the Prem. We are looking to pull off a massive upset here at the Etihad. Our fans locked inside with one of the better teams in the league these days. One of the best teams in the league these days, you could say. Interested to see, well, we've been chasing up the leagues and going up and working our way to get here. I'm wondering how much this game has changed and how much this team's changed. Because there's a lot of new faces I don't recognise. Very intrigued. Let's have a quick look at this Manchester City team. So looking in goal, they have got Andre Lunin, interesting. They've got Gabriel with Singo. We've got Phillips and Valverde. Edison, Foden, Haaland and Grealish. A very familiar front three. But very strange that Phillips is in there. Harry Lee making his Premier League debut. Evan, Jesse Shields and Howard Bellis. Oscar Hoyland, Nezovic, Ramsey and Bowanate makes his debut. Hannibal Medbury and Jeremy and Conway up front. Bowanate making his debut for Hawkeye FC. Can we get off with a really good start? And my God, this is not going to be easy at all. But all we can do is put our best foot forward and give it our all. Oh. The captain, Shields, has to shut it down there. A little bit too easy. But oh, and Harry Lee instantly turned into ask some questions. Oh my, I actually don't know how that's a red. There was another defender right there, look. Howard Bellis is there. That is not denying a goal scoring opportunity, referee. And you have just messed that up. Wow. Get there, but can't make enough of it. Brilliant tackle again by Mayer. Oh, and Lee again stops Haaland. Howard Bellis finds Ramsey, but he can't find Conway in return. Oh, it's a missed opportunity. Ah, that one missed challenge, and that really messed us up. He doesn't need more invitation than that. It's a missed interception by, I think, Mayer. And he just couldn't recover. Haaland, who's got the pace, tried to get Medbury there, no chance. Buckley. He's getting chased down by Valverde. Jesus Christ! Valverde just does not give up. Just can't. We've not been able to break him down at all, and that's really disappointing. Obviously, as missing basically a cam, it's really, really messed us up. I hope the referee's proud of himself because he had an opportunity just to give us a yellow card and save no more. But he gave us a red card. But honestly, I don't think it was a goal scoring opportunity, like a clear cut. There was another defender there. They really messed that up. And you know what? We actually played really well. We probably deserved a draw, but at the end of the day, it's Man City. We move. So we've got to move very swiftly into the next match. What is against Manchester United? It really isn't getting much easier our first run in the Premier League. They are really throwing all the big dogs at us. Man City, Man United are both big Manchester clubs thrown straight at us. And obviously no aid in heaven, so the former Man United man will not make his return to face up against his former club. But Mayer will step in, and let's see if we can pull off an upset here. We didn't do that badly against City. Hoyland just tracking Garnacho. Garnacho going to pick it up again. Garnacho's managed to get it in there. Frankfurt will get ahead of it. Oh my god, it's just too easy. What are we doing? Like, just allow him just to pass his way through. I mean, Boniface is just stood in between Shields and Mayer, and they're not doing anything to it. They're not trying to get into it. Oh, what is that for a touch, Neversik? We need to wake up. We're just asleep. And very weird seeing John Stones is in the back line for Manchester United. Very strange. Good play by Nezovic to get that ball back. Mejbri! Oh, first shot we've had all day. And Mejbri nearly scored against his former club. Now Hanover's going to put this in again. Jeremy's there. And Hoyland! Oh, he takes it! That could have been brilliant, but Verbruggen denies us. Couple of quick shots there, and Jeremy's there. Howard Bellis. Oh. Oh, brilliant work by Lees. Shields just got to hoof this one away here. That'll do. Could maybe counter here. We've got a lot of space. That could be brilliant. Jeremy! Jeremy! That's our first Premier League goal of the season. And we finally draw level here against United. I think we deserve it. Come on, boys. Of course, it's got to be Jeremy. We get them from their free kick. We make them pay. That is brilliant. Brilliant move. And we have still got time to maybe nick the 3 points. But most of all, I just do not want us losing to these guys now. They've been allowed in here. That'll do. A 1-1 draw in our new stadium too at the HPG Arena. Come on. A big, big moment here for the team. Come on. So we have got this game up against Gillingham. I'm going to play my second team, but again, this second team should still get the job done. I mean, if we don't, there's something seriously wrong. I can't play the game. It's just a matter of fact as I can't. But then again, there's not one player below a 70. This is Gillingham. Can we please get a win? Yes, we do. Howard Bellis, Nezovic, and Danny Fernandez gets us the goals. Howard Bellis comes on for Shields and scores straight away. It's very good. But yeah, very excited, very happy with that. We'll go through to the next round of the EFL Cup. Again, I want to make a run in these competitions. And also, a bit of a surprise departure is Ayenda Sisuba. He is going to Genk for just a little less than 6 million. The fact is, I've got a young player in Morgan who is near enough to same over. He's only a couple overalls down, and Medjugorje's going to be playing most of the games. So, honestly, to get a little bit of money in, and now we've managed to get the budget up to nearly 20 million, means we can go out and buy like a good player for the first team. Might seem strange, but I am going to simulate this game against Spurs as well. I know probably I should be playing the bigger games, really, and trying to get the results from them, because I'm more likely to win the games against lower opposition. But the fact is, I want to have a chance to play against everyone in the Premier League. So I don't want to just be playing the best teams, and especially this first or second season in the Prem or whatever. I'm not too fussed. I just want us to make sure we're doing as best we can. Maybe try and push for like a top half finish if we can. But right now, I'm honestly trying to dip my toes into every single competition, and I want to see what happens. But we will simulate this game here. Oh, and it really didn't go well. Zolis and Divine absolutely just trample us. What is probably going to be our last transfer in is Raul Asensio, someone who has really caught the eye in real life this season for Real Madrid, who's just sort of come out of nowhere and become a really useful player for them, and he's someone I've actually really wanted to use in FIFA. So do you know what, we're going for 15 million. He's 78 overall. He's 25. He's still got a little bit of room to grow. He'll be a very useful rotational centre back for us. Wow. My assistant has been able to come to an agreement for £82.5 million for Hannibal. This guy is worth 40, so they are paying double what he is valued. Is this worth it for an 83 rated player? And someone who has been very good, but I could probably see myself being able to get someone a little bit better. And also, is this a sort of one of them realistic moves where if someone like Wolves would, in a way, I sort of wish it was a bigger club coming in for him, because then I'd have a little bit more. I feel like it'd make more sense. So that is the end of the transfer window. Funnily enough, that Hannibal Medjugorje deal didn't go through. I was trying to probably be a little bit too greedy, and I wanted 90, but honestly, for the player he is and what he does for us, that's how much I value him. So I'm not really interested in selling him anyway. It was more, if we could have got him for astronomical money, where I could have probably got a replacement as well as put more money somewhere else, I would have. But it's annoying when it's right on deadline day, because it doesn't really give you much time to like find a replacement and stuff like that. I'd have had to guess stuff, so it's just not worth it. I'm more than happy to keep Hannibal Medjugorje around. Okay guys, so what I'm going to do, we're out the transfer now, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to end this episode here. We've got through the entirety of the summer transfer window, and we played a couple of games, so I'm going to leave it here, because then when we can pick it up at the start of September and really start making a dent on this season in the next episode. And obviously we've got some big games coming up. We've got Bournemouth, who I definitely want to play after our FA Cup defeat last season. Definitely want to get some revenge there. We've got Palace in the EFL Cup, definitely got to be playing that. Then we've got some other games coming up, so hopefully we can start picking up a few points. We've got through a couple of which we played City, United and Spurs, all back to back, honestly, and we've got a point out of them 3 games. Well, you know what, I'll take games like this against Bournemouth, against Ipswich, against Forest, against West Ham. These are games we need to be taking the points out of. So we'll see how we go, and I'll see you next episode, guys. Please leave a like and subscribe to the channel, and please try your best to watch through the entirety of these episodes. Go check out my other content as well. I'll be posting a hell of a lot of content, not just FC 24, so FC 25, sorry. So please go check them other videos out if you're interested. And as always, I am the Hawkeye Punisher, and I am out. Take it easy, guys.